Gift, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. I want to get straight into it. Let's start with Themba Bavuma and the impact that he is making in the team. I mean, he captains a T20 side that's yet to make the finals. Just how much pressure is he in?
Well, good afternoon, Nicole, and good afternoon to the viewers as well. I don't think Themba is under any pressure. If you think of the South African team currently, they don't carry the baggage of the World Cups where they had superstars and the expectations were too high. Obviously, the external expectations are not as high as they are internally. I know the Proteas, they want to do well, they want to win the World Cup, but I don't think they are in that much pressure as the previous squads that went to the World Cups because of, the superstars we possessed going to the World Cup. So I don't think there's that much pressure currently because, the external expectation is not that high.
Talking about the superstars, the team, of course, is already selected, so there's no time to cry over who's not there. For one, I was still crying about Chris Morris, but I mean, the squad is what we have. So how does Mark Boucher ensure that he gets the maximum performance out of his team?
Well, let us be honest. Everyone is crying about Faf not being in the team. Yes, he did well in that final recently in the IPL. We don't have a big finisher. We only have Miller. We're missing the likes of, people we used to have Lance Cruz now in the team, Albie Mokel and those guys. But currently we're just relying on David Miller to finish the games for us. And yes, I understand your point when you're still crying about Chris Morris. But I think we are fairly balanced in a sense that if you look at the squad now, we've got 5 seamers, 4 spinners. It's fairly balanced, but the pressure will be on the top order to perform. Queenie has to come off. To come off as well. So yes, it's a catch-catch situation at the moment, but the top order has to do well for us to win games.
You've mentioned crying about Faf. I don't know if CSA is crying about Faf. I actually brought my phone out here so we can refer to those tweets. So I'm sure you saw the tweets that happened last night. All of us who enjoy cricket saw the tweets where CSA went and they congratulated only Lungingiti, and we saw Faf go ahead and he replied to that. Those tweets are no longer there, but hey, screenshots, so we still have it. And he said, really? There it's actually up for you guys to see. There was another tweet also by Dale Steyn, and Dale Steyn made reference to not only Faf, but to Imran as well. It might seem like a small glitch to some people, but I mean, Gift, how do we make a mistake like this as CSA?
I think it was human error. We cannot drag CSA into it. CSA as a brand, I don't think they made that error themselves. I think whoever is in charge of the social media account, they need to account for.
But Gift, surely whoever's in charge of the social media works for Cricket South Africa, whether it is, a consultant or whomever it is, but, they're manning Cricket South Africa's accounts. So surely CSA should take responsibility for that as well. And especially with the SJN coming up again on Monday, rather resuming on Monday, and we know all the issues that we have in cricket. Can we really be in a position where we afford to acknowledge one player and not others?
Well, it's a situation that, it just happened. I still believe it was just human error, but they were quick to rectify it in a way. They said congratulations to all the SA players that played in the final. But yes, to just single one out and to forget, about Faf, he had marvelous innings. Those innings were out of this world. You can, if you look at it from a spectator's point of view, you'll think they have something against Faf. Maybe they have a beef of some sort. Well, but I doubt it's all that. I think it was just human error. But, they were quick to rectify it to say congratulations to all the South Africans.
All right, I hear you there. I'll leave it there. When it comes to that particular topic. Back to the World Cup as well. The choking tag, of course, still remains in their minds. How does the whole team fight against, the mental fatigue? Also, the new normal that we are all in, that is COVID-19, people being in bubbles as well. But it's quite a lot to deal with psychologically.
Yes, when we speak of the bubble, people think it's easy. I've been involved in one recently. It takes a lot out of you. Mentally, you get tired easily and you tend to lose it. But I'm going to just state an interesting fact here. If you remember carefully, in 2014, the only World Cup title that SA has at junior level, under 19s, it was Aiden Markram that captained that team in 2014, with Kagiso Rabada being one of his players. and we're back in the same place where they've won it in the UAE. So chances are, we might come off this one smiling as South Africans, which would be good. I know the choker's tech is always there, but like I've said, there's no baggage this time. The South African team they're not under pressure. But yeah, I'm sure the guys will do well. We've got guys that played recently in the IPL, which was there in the UAE, so they might have adjusted to conditions the way we want them to be. But I think we will go far this time. I think South Africa will go as far as going beyond the semi-finals. Because if you look at our group, we might have one subcontinent team, but if you look at it, we look fine. We look fine to progress to the semis.
Gift, any underdogs to watch out for?
Well, I'm just worried about the Namibians. I'm not sure if I should call them the underdogs or the South African team there. Because, look, they've got, nobody knows anything about them, but they've got Pierre Dupayne, they've got Albie Mokel as an assistant coach. They've recently roped in Richard Dasneves, who was a former Easterns coach, the South African. Then they've got David Wiese, South African, that's playing there. And they've also, I was reading this morning, they have the bomb squad, the guys that can hit big. I mean, from 4-5-6 or 5-6-7. Those underdogs might surprise people, but I'm looking at Namibia as one of the nation that can surprise everyone, because they really look like they want this. The preparations and everything, they really look like they want to be to be counted for.
Thank you so much, Gift. We're going to have to leave it there for now. That's Gift Xaka, who was analysing the T20 Cricket World Cup, which got underway this morning. We will see the Proteas playing their match next Saturday.